Hello beautiful souls. Today we're going to be looking at Ethereum. We're going to go ahead and set it up for our next trade. We're going to start off on our 2-week time frame, creating support and resistance lines. And if you're having a hard time finding your support and resistance lines, you could definitely use our pivot highs and low indicator. So I don't know why this is. Usually it's 5. I don't know why it was 50. I hope you guys having a beautiful day. Perfect. So, and turn on the magnet too. It helps, the trend lines come really nice and close to the highs and lows. And this is our mix. Perfect. So now that I have my support and resistance lines within price action, I'm going to go ahead and move within my daily. Within my daily, I am going to create some trend lines from high to low. From high to low. Perfect. And now that I have my trend lines, I'm going to go ahead and create my daily range. This is my daily range here. And if we cross this high, I mean, we have created new higher highs, but I guess we can mark this high just in case. So now we have our daily range, we have our daily trend lines. Let's go ahead and move into the 4-hour. Within the 4-hour, let me see, 6-hour. I like to see the 12-hour, the 6-hour, the 4-hour. So I have mentioned before that one of my confirmations for me to take a short is the 12 and the 26 EMA, 1226 EMA crossing. So technically it crossed right here. And then it's been playing within. So let me mark it. So here was my cross at this drop. Okay. So for me to take a short, I need a 4-hour major trend line to break. Let's create that 4-hour trend line here. I mean, 2-point touch will be sufficient enough. I guess we could use this. See how it's hard to take a short just in regards one 4-hour trend line breaking, because you could have multiple. But like I mentioned, 4-hour trend line breaking, 12 and 26 EMA crossing. They did cross, but price has been up and down within this range here. So that's why we're going to move into our 4-hour now. We're in our 4-hour, and this is our contraction phase. This is our range. So let's just focus on our range. We have our highs. Let's blow it up. We have our lows. So within our range, we want to create, or we want to look at our highs and lows within the hour, within the 4-hour, to see what's our next possible move. So this is our 4-hour high. Four-hour low. Coming closely. This is our hourly high. Alright, so it's just the way the market moves. Right up. Oops, wrong one. Really high ups, down, ups, down, ups, down, up. So we want it to come down, create a new lower high, and then continue to the downside. So the best thing to do in this case, because even though I have two confirmations of my 12 and 26 EMA crossing, my 4-hour trend line breaking, I also want to see highs and lows being broken to the downside. But more than anything, just to be on the safe side, because this is a range that we're working on, you might want to have alarms on your lows and alarms on your highs just to enter a safe trade. And because if this drops, this is going to be a big drop, right? So you're going to swing, you're going to trade. What are you going to do? Are you going to scalp? You got to really question yourself in regards to what you're planning to do. What's your are you trying to hold the trade? I mean, just looking at this looks like a right head and shoulders. So this could be the top for this play. Oh, another thing that I did notice, I used my highs and lows indicator, right, to find a good pattern within a contraction area. Sorry. So I turned it on. Check this out. Just based on my highs and lows. And I realized that, look, highs, higher high, then we had a high, then a lower high, then lower high, then another lower high. I mean, this could definitely be a turning point here. So keep an eye on it. I would, just based on the highs and lows, I would probably set an alarm at my highs. 1, 2, 3 touch points. And if it crosses here, then we might get a upside movement. But if it holds this lower high, we could just roll over to the downside. And if we do roll over to the downside, let me get you a target really quick. And then that target's going to be based on a 4-hour Joe target. And that target for the 8th will be based on this high all the way to 1400s, right? You could also go on your daily and turn on your PLC. The visible range volume profile will help you find a good possible return where price could come back to. So it could come all the way down here if that's the case. So just, it's playing within this wedge, this range here. So set your alarms at your highs, at your resistance. See if it crosses up. And set your alarms at its support here. Crossing down. Right? Patience is key, because it could still continue to play with us for the weekend. It is Friday within this range and then break to the upside or break to the downside. So be prepared, set your alarms, and just play the game. And that'll be all. And remember to do everything with love. But I forgot to give you upside target. Sorry, I like to give upside targets too. So we continue and we break this resistance line. We continue to the top. Our next target will be here at around 1777. So you have your upside target and your downside target. And may the force be with you, right? So 17777. And if we break to the downside, we'll come down over here to 1400s. Thank you guys.